Yo, what's going on, y'all? Yo, I just got back from checking out that Aquaman, and I'm gonna give y'all my review, my thoughts. I'm not gonna spoil the movie for y'all. I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet, you know what I'm saying? First off, my thoughts of the movie. Yo, I thought this movie was fire. Lit. Straight 5 out of 5. Hands down, no question about it. One of the best superhero movies I ever seen. You know what I mean? You had people online complaining about the visual effects, but the movie is underwater, and how you want to complain about CGI of a movie that's predominantly underwater. But what I liked about the movie is that they had a good balance of water and land, so you didn't get too tired of one or the other. And they showed Atlantis. Atlantis looked it off the hook. It was like a Avatar movie underwater. It was dope, you know what I'm saying? And they showed four of the kingdoms of the ocean, the different species, and yo, dudes was riding sharks and seahorses, and that was tight. You know what I mean? Like it looked hot. You know what I mean? They was underwater, and the way they was talking underwater, and the way the body was moving and just flowing like it was underwater. The hair just moving. Yo, they took time and took a lot of time to do that, a lot of effort. And what I liked about this movie, it wasn't just like your normal superhero movie. It had like a little bit of action, adventure, you know what I mean? A little family story too involved in it, and the two enemies of the movie is his half brother Orm, who is the Ocean Master, and Black Manta, and you'll see how both of their beefs start. You know what I mean, and why they hate each other. They'll show you some of that, tie into that, let you know, cause Black Manta was uh, pretty much Aquaman's number one nemesis, and you'll see why and his motives of why he hate him. Same thing with his brother. You'll see his motives and why he hate him. And the fight scenes was good. They was choreographed very well. They had fight scenes underwater, fight scenes on land, and it was tight. And it really showed how strong and powerful these Atlanteans are. And you'll get a little bit of the history of Atlantis and how it sunk, you know what I mean? That was a little dope history lesson, you know what I'm saying, that I would definitely enjoy. And this movie was about 2.5 hours long, but it never felt dull. It never felt like it was dragging on. The pace was nice and it was steady from start to finish. And I just gotta applaud them, applaud DC. Like, y'all did y'all thing. Y'all, there's something about y'all solo movies that do very well. Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. Like, oh, excuse me. Like, all these movies is like done very well in the box office and with the critics. Nobody complains about these movies, and but when y'all get together with the team movie, some reason the critics don't like it. But I gotta tell you, Aquaman, hands down, was probably one of the best superhero comic book movies I ever seen. They touch off a lot of stuff from Throne, Throne of Atlantis, the animated joint, and there was a lot of Easter eggs. Like they paid homage to like the Super Friends cartoon, which was the first cartoon that I ever seen that introduced me to the Justice League members, and how when if you watch that old Super Friends cartoons back in the early '80s, when Aquaman would talk to the fish, it kind of had like little circle telepathy, little rings that you would see, and they showed that, and that was real cool. And they showed like you'll always see in Super Friends too. You'll always see Aquaman, like when he's underwater, you will see him riding a seahorse. You know what I'm saying? And they did that shit too, and that was real fire. And Aquaman's journey to get the Trident and putting on that armor. Yo, when he had that the comic book accurate armor on with the orange and green holding the Trident, yo, the movie theater went crazy. And for a Thursday night, this joint was packed too. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't too many empty seats on a Thursday night. It's cold as hell out here. It's raining. I know people don't feel like going out, but around here in New Jersey, people came out to check out Aquaman. You know what I'm saying? This movie was dope. And make sure you stay after the extra credits to check out and those scenes. And there's only one, so once you see the other cutscene, you ain't gotta stay all the way to the end credits. You know what I'm saying? Like I did, trying to hope to see something else. But this movie, I'm telling you, was a 5 out of 5. It is one of the best comic book movies I ever seen, from start to finish. The story was good, the action was good, the visuals was good, the comedy actually worked, and just the way the bodies flowed when they was underwater, all the extra underwater species and the creatures they had, you know what I'm saying? And there's one more thing that really made this movie lit. Yo, this is kind of a spoiler, but this is the only one I'ma give y'all. They show Aquaman riding a crap